So I've started a new system with the pool just last week, and it is with this Pure Blue system. Now, this is from Country Leisure right here, based in Oklahoma City. Pure and Blue Clear, which gives you a metallic copper equivalent of 7%. And this is what I'm using, and I'll explain why I'm giving it a try. And I'll show you the results after 1 week and update you on that in the coming weeks as well. Show you guys how well the copper system works, if I like it. And after 1 week, it looks pretty promising actually. Pretty much eliminates the need for chlorine tablets as well, but you still have to shock it if you use this system. So the system is this. Day one, you're going to need this. So we got 3 different items here. You got Pure and Blue Fresh. This you only use at the beginning of every season, or if you're switching over from a different sanitizer choice, such as chlorine. And this will remove all metal from your pool except copper, which you actually want and need with this system. And then it also comes with, my notes are blowing away. It also comes with, or you can get this, but you'll want this Pure and Blue Clean, which you'll add every 2 weeks, just a small amount. And the star of the show is actually this. This is the main item that does your pool. You're going to put the majority, more of this in than anything else. That Fresh, you're only going to use when you start the season or switch over. Also, if you have a climate to where your pool is open year-round, or it's indoors, or whatever the case may be, you would want to put that Fresh at about every 6 months, just to make sure all metal is removed that is not needed for the pool. So welcome in. My name is John, and this is the Easy Clear Pool YouTube channel, where as you can see, it's mostly about above ground pools. I've used chlorine, I've used bleach. I was using bleach much of this season as my sanitizer choice, or liquid chlorine. Then I've used tablets, I've had chlorinators. There's videos all over the place on this channel of various things I've used and tried. And now we're going with the Pure and Blue. I'm going to go ahead and give these steps to get started if this is something you are interested in. And the active ingredient, in case you have something similar but it's not Pure and Blue, and I don't really know how to say it, but it is this triethanolamine complex, and it's a metallic copper equivalent of 7%. But let me go ahead and first tell you the prerequisites of this. You want to make sure your pool is in proper range for the alkalinity and for the pH. So you want to get your pH between 7.2 and 7.6, and your alkalinity between 60 and 100 to 120. I try to keep it right around 80 or so. You want to get it there before you start the system, before you even start with Fresh. Pretend it's day one. It's either a brand new season, or it's in the middle of June or July, August, and you're wanting to switch to this. You can. I did. All you need to do is use your Pure and Blue Fresh. Now, if you had Pristine Blue, they have something very similar to this as well. But we're going to just stick to Pure and Blue for now and pretend that's all this video is about. And so Pure and Blue, you're going to want to go ahead and add 2 ounces of the Fresh for every 1,000 gallons. Now this pool is about full, about 13,500 gallons, I would say. It's over 14,000 to the top, but it's never that full. So we're going to call it 13,500 rounded up to 14,000. That would be 7 ounces. So day one, when you start this Pure and Blue, add 7 ounces of Fresh. That's going to remove all metals except copper. You'll want the pool, and it's getting windy, so hopefully that don't blow in the pool. It's going to go ahead and remove all metal. So let your pool run all day. Put that in the morning or mid-afternoon. Let it run 4 hours minimum 6 hours, 8 hours is fine. Then once the sun goes down before bedtime, you're going to want to add some shock. 1 bag for every 10,000 gallons is what this says. The shock I have says it's for 13,500 gallons, and I just have, oh, let me just go get it. Here we go. It's HTH from Walmart. Now this shock, I've had, I've used it much, and it works fine. And this states it's good for 13,500. So 1 bag, this pool's good. And this I'll add every week with this system. Just I pick a day. I've currently picked Friday. So every Friday, and when the sun goes down, you put this in. But let's not get on the maintenance routine yet. We're still on day 1. Day 2, you wake up in the morning or mid-afternoon, you want to go ahead, if you have a sand filter, and backwash your pool. If you have a cartridge filter, clean your filter completely, pull it on out and give it a good wash down, make it white again if it's not. It probably isn't. Then put your filter back in or turn your backwash back to filter mode, and let's go ahead and check on day 2 steps. You're going to get this clear. From now on, you will not use fresh, not for the remainder of the season. You're going to use these 2, clean and clear. For the clear, you're going to go ahead and add, to start, 3 ounces of this for every 2,000 gallons of water. Got the cheat sheet for every 2,000 gallons of water. So 14,000 gallons of water, 21 ounces. I actually put 24 in though. I calculated at 16,000, so it's a little bit above. So we'll see how that goes this week and affects it going forward, because we'll be testing the copper levels. We're going to actually give it a test today, even though we're not doing nothing, just to see where it's at. I haven't tested it yet, so that'll be cool. We're going to test it in just a minute, see how much copper's in this thing. So that's pretty much it. You add that in and don't touch your pool for 2 weeks with that Pure and Blue. You will not re-add any of these products for 2 weeks. So how well is it done? I think it's done quite well. And people that have swimmed in this pool has said they've enjoyed it more. And I've only had it for a week, but you don't have the strong chlorine smell. And I do have some ducks floating around. You may see, if you can see them, those are just chlorine puck holders, so you can put chlorine, and they're empty. There's not anything in it, they're just floating around. Just a little decoration, if you will. But the pool has stayed, let me just take a look. The pool has stayed extremely clear. Now again, I have added no chlorine to this thing. At all. I do have one to the well vacuuming the pool, which I'll do a regular video on that if y'd like. I do have a little live video you can look at. It's probably boring. It's just an hour of it running, me talking. But you can see that the pool is good. And let me go over to the ladder, because I've always had trouble this year because it's been so dang hot. It's just always got a little algae. Let's take a look at it. As we go around here, you can see vacuum needs to come over here. It misses this spot a lot. I have a little rust there. That could be some metal that would get in your pool, huh? So we got here, and there's no slime. There's no green. Everything's staying perfect. And it was this way before I shocked it yesterday. I mean, this thing has stayed extremely clear since I went to this system. It's only been 1 week, but it's also been near 100 degrees every day. Now, there is a little bit of maintenance that you need to do with this system according to the instructions. Is go ahead and run the one to the well or your vacuum, a good 1 time a week. Once, twice a week, it don't matter. Run it. And that's going to keep it clean on the bottom. If you do see any algae, scrub it. That's going to get it in the pool water off the walls and let that algae side. That's what this is, that copper algae side do its job. When I first started this, and this is why I was looking for something else, and I was just looking for some algae side because I could not, and I could keep my chlorine levels super high, 15, 20, and the algae would not die. I could scrub, I could vacuum. I was having a heck of a time getting it clean. It was clean, it was just always a little bit of an algae on the pool itself. And I've been doing this for over 10 years and I just couldn't control it. This year it's just too hot. I decided, I heard about this, I've known about this, and some people have been raving about this to me, and I thought I'd give it a try. A lot of people on copper, but I'm giving it a try. And you don't have the algae taste, the algae smell, the feel that you do. I can tell that already. It's a different feel of the water. But we want to go ahead and test it. And let's go ahead, oh, right here. Now this is a little copper test. Just got this on Amazon. It is a 3-part test here. So, and this is where it comes in at the end of week 2. Now we're not going to add anything today, so next week I'm going to test it again, and I'll do a video on that, and we are going to add whatever it is. And according to this cheat sheet I have, you can tell that it's got the amounts. So I got a 14,000 gallon pool, we'll say, and then whatever it tests, you go over and it tells you how many ounces to add for the maintenance schedule. Pretty cool, right? And then every time you always add this. What the heck? Let's do a test. We're not adding any today, but I just want to see how much copper is in this pool and if it's in the range it should be for maintaining a clear, algae-free, swimmable, beautiful pool. So I got the package here. And so I don't drop everything in the water, hopefully. Let's see, we got one of these here. So this right here is Pool Check 3-in-1, and these ranged under 10 bucks on Amazon. You can get these from your pool store. I think they'll cost a little more. You can also get drops and various things. There's several you can get, but I wanted to get one that had 3 color codes like this to try, or these 6 color codes like this. It also shows your alkalinity pH, but these 6 color codes like this, so I could hopefully identify where the copper is and hopefully match it up easily. Well, let's see. And it does say used by February 24, so in date. Also want to make sure we do it according to the directions. And it says remove 1 test strip from foil packet and dip the test strip into a fresh water sample for 5 seconds with a gently back and forth motion. Remove the strip and shake once briskly to remove excess water and wait 15 seconds. Match pH and total alkalinity first, copper next to the color chart below. Complete color matching within 30 seconds. Gently dry off excess water from color chart after matching. And I'm assuming this is the color chart. The ideal to control algae is 0.4 to 0.7 of copper. And then of course they're saying 80 to 120 and 72 to 7.6. I said I like to keep mine around 80. 60 to 120 is what I had said before. Here we go. Open this up. There we go. And down we go. We're going to go ahead and put this underwater for 5 seconds, swirling it or swinging it back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to pull it on up. Shake once, and then we're going to wait about 15 seconds. It's already been probably 3 or 4. Wait about another, we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give it another second or so. You got to read it within 30 seconds. I think we're good, and let's go ahead and match these colors up. The most I'm concerned about is the copper. Now, you can see right now the copper is extremely high. I mean, just if you just match over that, that's low. That's so you can put this, oh, you could put it right over this. That is on the very high. That looks like it's a good 1 to me. It's definitely bright. So, of course, let's take a look at the chart and pretend this was 2 weeks in and see what it says we would add. Got my little deal a little wet here, but it shows that if you are 0.9 or higher, you would not add anything, which makes sense because we're only at the 1 week 1 week point, and then you would only start to add anything below that for small amounts. I'll have another video out about this same time next week. I'm going to test my pull at the 2 week notice and see if that has gone down a little, and I might need to add a little bit, but you can see it's showing there's definite copper, a definite amount that it's above the amount it needs to be to maintain and continue killing chlorine, maintain the pull and everything needed. We weren't supposed to check it this cycle. We're supposed to wait till next week, but wanted to do a mid-week test just to check it out and make sure copper is in there. It's showing up in there and in there very well. So that is the system I'm using right now. If you enjoy this system or you think you would enjoy more information about it, comment below. Testing it out. If you want to see Wanda the well, you want me to show how I operate that, let me know as well. I could do a video on that. That's a different one. I've done some on the Extreme US Power, a US Power vacuum, which is pretty cool too. Been using this one, trying it out. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure and keep watching for more pull videos like this. I'll see you guys soon.